Do you guys ever find yourselves wondering how on God's green earth could Ubisoft be in such dire straits? Well, I can tell you exactly how. They spent all their time, money, resources, and efforts on making programs for women and marginalized individuals such as the non-binaries of the world to tutor under them instead of actually putting any sort of effort into their video games. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle, and yes, if you hadn't heard, applications opening soon for Develop at Ubisoft Women and Non-Binary Mentorship Program. We have an exciting opportunity to create inclusive entertainment that is truly reflective of our diverse world. Well, yes, maybe it is reflective of our diverse world. I mean, it actually isn't. That's not really how the world looks, despite what Twitter wants you to believe. But let's say it is reflective of our diverse world. Yeah, that's not the worlds we're wanting to play in things like Assassin's Creed Shadows or Star Wars Outlaws. In fact, we want to escape our incredibly diverse world. But Ubisoft wouldn't know a thing about that because they are puppets of the machine. They are not the engineers. They're just puppets of the machine, and they want to propagate this ideology any way they can, even at the cost of their business. What little cost there is left if you've seen those stock prices. So we're going to go into this article. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. And guys, this one was too funny. I've been waiting all day to record this video and break it out to you guys. In service of the self-declared goal of empowering and supporting underrepresented genders, Ubisoft will soon begin accepting applications for the 2024 edition of their Develop at Ubisoft mentorship program. I should absolutely apply because all of you know, Leona Idol is a trans individual. I should 100% apply to this and get everything that comes with it. Do I have any sort of experience when it comes to making games? No, not in the slightest. But Ubisoft, this is my pitch to you. That is exactly why you should hire me. What is more underrepresented and underprivileged than a tranny that doesn't even know how to make games in the gaming space? I say that, but given your gaming record lately, and really the record of the industry as a whole, I imagine a lot of the trans folk out there don't know how to make games. They're too busy coasting by on their identity. But yeah, go for it. Give them this mentorship program. What are you going to mentor them on? How to make games that are going to fail? How to make games that will be completely rejected by not just the public, but also your own investors? How to market a game in such a way that it drives your stock down to like, what, $2 a stock, $7 tops? It's been real rough for you guys lately. If anyone should be mentoring these women and these individuals cosplaying as women, shouldn't it at least actually be people who are somewhat successful in the gaming space right now? It truly is baffling. Launched in 2020 and originally titled the Wimixen Develop at Ubisoft before eventually having its name shortened to its current form, the program aims to provide mentorship opportunities for the women and non-binary individuals, students, or fresh graduates with less than 2 years experience interested in video games to develop their skill in game design and programming. You guys saw Star Wars Outlaws released just a few weeks ago, right? And then it was a destroyed buggy glitch on launch. Even if I agreed with this noble goal of reaching out to these frankly fictional, made-up, marginalized communities, you would still be the worst possible teachers when you could go with somebody like, Nintendo, people who actually deliver finished packaged games. We want to empower you to learn, grow, and become the very best developer you can be. The Star Wars Outlaw developer invites potential applicants to the program's official website, join us at Develop at Ubisoft, and embark on a transformative journey, emphasis on the trans and transformative, might I add, toward a more diverse and inclusive future in the gaming industry. Here's my question. This is what I posit to you, Ubisoft, and of course to you as well, dear viewers. Whether someone's trans or not, if you were so crazy that you're willing to cut your cock off, put on a dress, and get some implants and say that you're a woman now, if you are so insane that you think that's how the world works, why would I trust you to work on a video game? Like, you clearly don't have a firm grasp on reality. I doubt you have a firm grasp on, coding languages either. Especially because coding languages, they operate in a binary. Further elaborating on the program's purpose and its programming briefs, Ubisoft adds, with more people playing games than ever before, we have an exciting opportunity to create inclusive entertainment that is truly reflective of our diverse world. The industry continues to benefit from different backgrounds, fresh perspectives, and new ideas. If the industry continues to benefit from this, then why are we seeing record layoffs in the Western gaming industry? Why did they lay off over, I believe in the last year and 9 months, give or take, over 25,000 individuals industry-wide. If this, if this diversity and inclusion is so amazing and is doing such benefits to all the gamers out there, to the companies employing these cosplayers, then shouldn't we be seeing record profits? Shouldn't we be seeing record growth? How are you going to bring these individuals in to mentor them in an industry that you full well acknowledge has been dying? Well, first of all, this isn't even a job at Ubisoft. This mentorship is unpaid. You're not actually a Ubisoft employee. You'll just be learning from Ubisoft employees how to make games. Great, so have people who don't know how to make proper games to begin with teach you how to make games that you won't actually know how to make properly to second that, and then throw them out into an industry that is laying off people en masse, not hiring whatsoever, because acts like this, because focusing so much on diversity, equity, and inclusion has so thoroughly destroyed the gaming industry that you can't actually keep up with the demands for employment. People want to have these jobs, and you're like, sorry, we can't afford it. We spend all of our money, advertising to you guys. We spend all of our time, money, and resources trying to virtue signal to you guys, but it hasn't really paid off in terms of selling our product, and therefore we can't hire you. You're literally just breeding individuals that are going to throw this back in your face. Oh, I got to work on this Ubisoft program, but now I can't get a job. I can't wait till we see the Alyssa Mercante Kotaku article where they bring that up, because you know it's going to happen. Development Ubisoft supports this evolution by highlighting emerging talent. When they thrive, so does the industry. If there's one thing I've heard the trans community ain't good at, it is thriving. I mean, just look at those numbers. This is not statistically looking good for them. Open to individuals 18 years or older who currently attend university and have graduated or after spring 2023 and have less than 2 years of professional experience and their desired topic of study. The program offers applicants the potential to study on one of 2 specialized course tracks, game design or programming. Again, neither one of which will actually suit them it will not suit them well in the slightest, because they'll be too busy trying to coast by on their identity, as if their identity actually matters when it comes to delivering a product that people actually give a shit about. If I had to wager a guess, if I had to just conjure up an idea, I would say there are probably a whole lot of folk like this that worked on Dustborn and Concord, and look how those games recently turned out. For those who choose the game design track, their workload will see them both pitch and design concept outlining your intentions and its impact on player experience, and follow the production journey of a game designer at Ubisoft working towards developing a prototype plan. I really like its impact on the player experience, because the player experience it's been pretty abysmal lately, and what are you going to add to the table? I will tell you what my player experience has been like as of late. My player experience has been a lot of fat women in gaming, a lot of just crazy-haired lesbos in gaming, a lot of robots with pronouns, and as a player, I'm experiencing what I would like to refer to as complete and utter disgust. But hey, if that's what you think is worth teaching these morons, then more power to you. Meanwhile, their counterparts in the programming track will develop and submit a game using C++ or C# with a freely available development tool. Now, I don't know too terribly much about game design, but I do work in IT. I'm pretty familiar with C++ and C#. Do people even make games in C# anymore? Like, let's be real, C++, that's the end-all be-all. It's almost like you're setting them up for failure on 2 fronts, because C#, I mean, that's more for like web development. I mean, again, maybe it's used in games more than I realize, but C++ is the way to go. So, to apply, the applicants must submit their resumes and portfolios to Ubisoft at some point between September 16th and 27th, should one meet the company's full eligibility criteria. As if that's difficult. We just read through the criteria. Be above 18, be in school, have less than 2 years experience, and be fucking a woman or trans. Which, by the way, should we state, is incredibly exclusionary, which is actually against the law, I'm pretty sure. If we just saw the case of this college scholarship getting shut down, like being ruled by the court as not allowed because it was a college scholarship that was exclusively available to black women, and the court shut it down because it actually did violate the laws around oh my goodness, why am I blanking on the terminology of it? Discrimination. It violated discrimination laws because it was only available to black women. So in all reality, there is probably a court case here for anybody that actually gave a shit and wanted to go for it. But here's my pitch. Here's my thoughts on the whole matter. I actually love this. I think this is a great thing. I think this is a fantastic fantastic thing. And here is why. We need more of these Western companies having programs like this, because the more programs like this we see, more of these individuals will get into the gaming space, the more crappy, shitty games we'll get, which will just exacerbate the downfall of the modern gaming industry, which would be such a glorious thing that I imagine that is something that we could all get behind. Just imagine it. Imagine Blizzard coming out with something like this, and Naughty Dog, and of course you got Ubisoft, and just get all these different companies that claim they value diversity, equity, and inclusion. They just want to build up, oh, we want to make sure there's so many more trans employees. Granted, they're not going to be with us very long on account of they're going to... But, you know, hey, it would look good on our resume, it would make us look good to the public, and then when the games start to decline and go down, decline more than they already have, mind you, when they start to decline even further, and when sales numbers very much show a similar trend, we get to have the game industry burned to the ground and hopefully rise like a phoenix from the flame with actual developers, with actual individuals interested in the actual individuals that care about the industry, that want to make games akin to something that we had in the 90s. But you want to know what? When you look at old development pictures of the 90s, what do you see? You see a bunch of lonely-looking dudes. Now, not necessarily white dudes, because there's a lot of Asians and Jews in there, but the fact of the matter is, you saw a lot of lonely-looking dudes, and frankly, if we can get back to lonely-looking dudes making video games, maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of the industry being saved. But before that, we need more of this so that we can watch it crumble first. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, or you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Not always about what's going on in the video game scene, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course get involved with over 80 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity, but only one kind of diversity of thought. So if that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.